Hey IG fam, just wanted to jump on the horn real quick to do this brief synopsis and breakdown. So recently, Irv Gotti, four of clubs, born on June 26, 1970, went on to Drink Champs to say that Jay-Z, Ace of Diamonds, born December 4th, Sag 4, did not need the assistance of Dame Dash to become the music mogul that he is. He mentioned that Jay-Z picked his own beats, produced his own tracks, was pretty much a self-made businessman. And so this brought a lot of pause to the rap game because people were like, well, how could Irv Gotti say that? But when I looked at the relationship between Irv Gotti and Jay-Z, and so Jay-Z is Irv Gotti's cosmic lesson. He is his savant, his guru, his teacher. The cosmic lesson is Saturn on steroids. It is here to teach you if you are willing to receive the lesson that it brings. Because although we have our savants around us sometimes we may be apprehensive to learn from them. And I wrote a whole book about this with the four clubs, me being their cosmic lesson and he being resentful of me for the lessons that I taught. And so even though Irv Gotti may sit at the feet of Jay-Z to learn the lessons of how to become a music mogul that he truly wishes to be. If that were to truly pan out in real life, there would be some resentment between the two because Irv Gotti is an 8, born on the 26th, and Jay-Z is a 4, born on the 4th. And these are considered to be unlucky numbers in numerology, and not so much that they are unlucky, but they have strange temperaments, where the 8 is a very dominant, bossy. The 26 is a number of someone who is deemed to get worldly prosperity through their knowledge, their wisdom, and their authoritative command, very intense nature as well, but sometimes forms bad unions with people, can get involved in criminal activity, racketeering, or just trusting in the wrong people in business. And so they can stand to gain financial ruin. And so with that being the case, Irv Gotti would really have to humble himself to sit at the feet of Jay-Z, who's a 4. So that could be a dicey situation. But was he right to negate Dame Dash's contribution to Jay-Z's career? And so if we look at Dame Dash, who was born on May 3rd, 1971, he is the 3 of Spades. And the 3 of Spades is Jay-Z's Jupiter card. And so your Jupiter wants to expand. It wants to put you on blast. It wants to put you in the limelight. It wants to help shape your philosophical ideas. It wants to make you a worldwide name. It wants to take you global. Jupiter makes everything that it touches larger than life. As well as the 3 of Spades card is the artistic card. And so the spade, being able to absorb all of the energies that comes underneath it, can be somebody who is creative in acting, in directing, in rapping, in writing, in singing, and all of the artistic abilities that it has at its disposal, as well as all of the other card frequencies that come underneath it. And so a spade can be any card in the deck that comes underneath it. And so with the 3 of Spades being Jay-Z's Jupiter card, him having access to Dame Dash during his Mars years, where he had the tenacity, the drive, the ambition to actually go after his goals, was a huge blessing. Huge, because he had his Jupiter card in human form. As somebody who's an Ace of Diamonds, I would love to have my 3 of Spades as my Jupiter person right here with me in human form to assist me along this artistic path, because without it, you have to encompass all of these energies, and I definitely do. But would Jay-Z have been able to accomplish what he has without Dame Dash? Maybe, but a lot slower than what he did, because he was able to access Dame Dash's frequency between the ages of 27 and 38, which again is a blessing. And so I know that Jay-Z's not even taking this conversation on because it's definitely beneath him, but I wanted to show you this in the cards because it's definitely a teachable moment for us. And so 3 of Spades enters the equation, and 3 of Spades is a worldly card. It is the senior, whereas Jay-Z is a diamond, he is an adult, and Irv Gotti is a club, he is a teenager. And so of course the teenager would not be able to put those things into perspective because he's not recognizing the wisdom, the spiritual wisdom that Dame Dash brings to the equation, even though Dame Dash is the youngest man on this board. Now, I said to myself, why would Irv Gotti feel so comfortable making a statement like this to begin with and enter in a 4th person? 6 of Diamonds is Leor Cohen. And Leor Cohen has been an integral part of the rap game, particularly these gentlemen's lives because of the whole Def Jam connection, right? And so Leor Cohen is born on October 3rd, which makes him a Libra 3, and he is a 6 of diamonds. And 6 of diamonds is the card of settling debt, karmic debt. 6 of diamonds also believes that people owe them. Even though they may have debts to pay themselves, everybody that comes into a life of a 6 of diamonds owes them something. And trust me, I have a very close 6 of diamonds cousin. And when we were in our 20s, every man in her life owed her something, okay? And that's because 4 spades, Mercury card, the kept man, the kept woman. They feel that people should be maintaining their lifestyle. And since the 3 of spades is supporting the 6 of diamonds, who best to support Leor Cohen but the artist? His Mars card is the 10 of diamonds, so he is making his money. He's basing his work off of celebrity. He is building his empire off of the backs of celebrities. So it makes sense that he would take on this role. Now, to Irv Gotti, Leor Cohen is his Jupiter card. Irv Gotti is looking at Leor Cohen as his father, his protector, the same way that Jay-Z once looked at Dame Dash as his protector as well in the game. And so now Irv Gotti looking at Leor Cohen as his father and his protector, and definitely somebody who funds his financial enterprises would feel comfortable making a statement like that, considering that Leor Cohen, Jay-Z is his Uranus card. So Leor Cohen is looking at Jay-Z as somebody who's in his peer group, his social circle, somebody who has out-of-the-box and unorthodox ideas, who sees things from a different vantage point, as well as he's looking at Dame Dash as his cosmic lesson, which she is. And so the cosmic lesson, again, is your Saturn on steroids. And again, you are not always welcoming of your Saturn on steroids, especially if the two of you have opposing views. Notice that Dame Dash is born on the 3rd, Leor Cohen is born on the 3rd. 3 people always want to rise to a level of stature and prominence, and they're very big on morality. But the question is, whose morals are we speaking about, right? And so if you notice, the 3 of spades supports the 6 of diamonds, but the 6 of diamonds challenges the 3 of spades. And so you can definitely see why there is a tumultuous relationship between the 2 men. Whereas Leor Cohen could see Dame Dash as being a support if he wasn't so abrasive and constantly putting the truth, his truth, in Leor's face. Dame Dash sees Leor Cohen as somebody who is a challenge, who is not exercising proper integrity and morals based on his, Dame Dash's, values. And so this plays out definitely on the cards, as well as if you look at their names, right? So Irv Gotti and Dame Dash both have a 28 frequency in their names. 28 is what we call the divorce number, a number that stands to lose everything that it gains if it doesn't plan properly for the future, and it can lose its finances based on bad partnerships with people, legal problems, and rivalry in business. These 2 gentlemen have experienced all 3, have lost money to all 3. The good thing about the 28 is that 2 plus 8 is 10, and so you definitely bounce back, but there's a loss and a bouncing back. Loss of finances, bouncing back, constantly replenishing of finances that comes with the 28. Whereas Jay-Z has a vibration of a 10. He's like, forget all that 28 stuff, I'm just going straight to the 10, where I'm going to get my abundance, my wish fulfillment, I'm going to get my honor, my esteem, my success, the wheel of fortune. As long as he keeps his karma clean, he will get things in return, right? He will get good things coming to him in return. Now, looking at Leor Cohen's name is a 38, and 38 is the energy that brings confusions, betrayals, quarrels, disruptions. 38 is the number of lies and deception. It's a very spiritual number because 38 is ultimately an 11. On the highest vibration, it brings harmony, it brings balance, it brings those visionary ideas. But on a lower frequency, it brings lies and deceptions, it brings divorces, confusions, particularly between a familial structure, i.e. Rock La Familia, right? The divorce between Jay-Z and Dame Dash, who was in the middle of that, Leor Cohen. And so it's crazy to see how these numbers and these cards play out, because everybody on this plate is in perfect alignment with where they should be, right? And so Looking at this, my heart kind of bled for Dame because he is the only spade on the board. We have the two diamonds, one on the far left, one on the far right. They are your gatekeepers, right? Then you have your club on top with Gotti, and you have your spade on the bottom with Dame. Dame is the only senior, so he recognizes that he is the only senior citizen in a teenager's game. Hip-hop is a jack of clubs. Clubs is a teenager's energy. And so he's the only old man in a teenager's game. He's like, you know what? I don't have time for these reindeer games. Let me extricate myself from this and go elsewhere, right? He had to leave. Ultimately, he had to leave because he would not have been able to endure the immaturity of a club's game. But what's interesting was that what's in the middle of all of these men is the 10 of diamonds. The 10 of diamonds is the abundance. It's your windfall. It's what we call today the bag, right? And so the 10 of diamonds is equidistant between Jay-Z and Leroy, your two gatekeepers. Then you have it being the Neptune card to Irv Gotti. So Irv Gotti sees his abundance. He has access to it, but his access is murky. It seems like whenever he gets his hand on it, they keep moving the goalposts, right? He can almost reach it, but it gets slippery. It slips away. It's not as easily attainable as he might think or believe it is because it sits in Neptune, and nothing in Neptune is what it seems. You always see it through rose-colored glasses, and then when you try to reach out to it, it slips through your hands because you can never quite reach it. Whereas the 10 of diamond crowns Dame Dash, sits on his head. That's his birthright. He's like, I deserve this. I was born to get it. This is my ultimate birthright. This is what I'm here to achieve, and it's mine. I already claim it. And so I say all this to say these are definite and true sciences. Get to know your numbers, get to know these cards, and see how these gentlemen play out, or see how you play out on the board. Is any one of these men right or wrong? I don't know. Let's let the cards say what they say. But they are all playing their positions and playing them well. See you in the next video. Peace.